Okay. It's a 3-prong electric clothes dryer. We mentioned that already, I believe. Or it's gonna be mentioned. I think. It's mentioned now. Okay, so what we have here, this is the electric service panel. And what we do not have, I haven't found it yet, but I don't see a main principal, a single main service disconnect now. They say 3 throws, 6 throws or less. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that's considered a disconnect, but it's not a main principal. Also, on the electric service panel, okay, see it's not supposed to be handwritten like this. It's not supposed to be cursive. It's supposed to be printed like this, printed with specific information. And we've already talked about this a little bit, just like we're going to talk about that. But with no time like the present, this is your AC and AC according to this. And this says 25 amp breakers, 25 amp breakers. See that? Okay. The units are rated for 20 amp breakers. These units, the condensing units, are overfused. The fuses are larger than the manufacturer specifies. Here's your condensing units over here. Now this one, I think it's for 703. That's what it's labeled as. I have no idea. No idea. These two are yours. And you can't always go by size, but the size happens to correlate this time. The downstairs is the larger one on your right coming into the door, okay, which I think is north. And then the smaller one is also smaller in size. It's for the upstairs, and it's the one in the middle. And then this one over here is some kind of stepchild. I don't really know what it's for. So we got these 2 units, and they're overfused. See all these holly bushes around here? Man, they really don't belong here. I mean, I get it. Well, no, we don't have them over here and over here. So maybe the association. I tell you what, any technician that comes over here to work for you, they're not going to like you. They're not going to like you. I almost ripped my pants going on over there. Let's see if I can get over this way. I don't want to tear things up. There's not an easy way to get it. These disconnects are not supposed to be behind the units. They're supposed to be accessible. Even this one that's over to the side, well, because of that bush, he's inaccessible. So look in here. See all the corrosion on this? See all the corrosion on that? It almost looks like there's some heat involved too. That's a ground. You wouldn't expect to see that, but that's what we're seeing. Corrosion on that one and corrosion on that one. And then, these are kind of loose from the wall. Now here's, like, again, this is like what they call this one. I think it's written on there. I thought I saw it written on there. Was it written in here? Anyway, don't need to be looking at their stuff. But these should be sealed on the sides and the tops. So we'll just start with the downstairs here. See that right there? It's R22. R22. So I can get some notes here. So downstairs is overfused. It's 2 tons. And it's 10 years old. They're engineered on paper to last 20. They might last 35. But Las Vegas is going to give you 14 years. After 14 years, they've done just about everything you'd expect them to do. It's 10 years old. 10 years old. I can't condemn a unit based on its age. I can only, report on its performance. I can't condemn a unit, based on its refrigerant, R22. The problem with R22 is they don't make it anymore. They don't import it anymore. Do they have it stockpiled? Yeah. Can you buy it still? Yeah. Is it expensive? Yeah. Just about any technician that comes out here and works on you is going to remind you that it's about time to update that system. They are. Who's calling me? Saved by the bell. Come on. Good home, this is Bud. Okay, and right here, okay, you see this one right here? Okay, it's 410A. That's the newer refrigerant. That's the newer refrigerant right there. And it was manufactured in 2012. Is that right? 2013. Excuse me. So that makes it, that's not that old. I mean, not that old. He's 8 years old. newer than this one. They both have dirty coils. And then the refrigerant lines come into these units. Okay, refrigerant lines are not insulated. Refrigerant lines, and then what little insulation you have is the old stuff, which by the way wasn't required when it was installed. And we got a hole in the wall over here where the refrigerant's coming through. So we got dirty coils. I don't know if I mentioned that or not, but you do. We got dirty coils. We do not have insulation on the refrigerant lines. Wrong kind of Schrader valve caps, hole in the walls. Disconnects should be sealed and secured better. We want to know why it's oxidizing so much. Probably because of the rain, I guess. I'm going to tell you that this unit is an obsolete refrigerant. I mean, this unit, excuse me, the larger one's an obsolete refrigerant. I'm going to say that the disconnects are not accessible. That's what I'm going to say. That's what the report's going to say. Let's see if we can go around here. Whew. And then we're coming along here. Okay, this electric receptacle outlet right here, that one's not GFCI protected. Probably the one on the patio too. I haven't tested it yet. Okay, but that's in the electrical. You've probably already heard about that. The air conditioning units. Oh, and they should be 12 inches apart, so they can breathe. They don't have to compete. See these coils? This air is supposed to go across these coils, and that makes them efficient. And if you don't have the air going across the coils, they can't be efficient like that. There's your disconnect.